Good evening, everybody. So, I wanted to talk about diversity and what exactly that means, plus some other thoughts. So, you hear it all the time. We need more diversity in our culture. There's not enough diversity in the world or the West, or advertisement, or Hollywood, or commercials. You hear this all the time. And it's now gotten to the point that white people are dramatically underrepresented in advertisements throughout America and Europe and other places like Australia, for that matter, while Black people and some other minorities are overrepresented in the advertisement. Now, some liberals justify this, saying, well, yes, right now white people are getting less than their fair share now, but they've gotten more than their fair share for so long, this evens out. And this is ridiculous on a lot of levels. There's so many things wrong with that statement that we could be here for a long time just with that alone. So I was watching this TikTok recently, and this person said, oh, uh, for there's one point I want to get to particular. All the presidents have been white men except for Obama. Listen to that. All the presidents have been white men except for Obama, but more specifically on the white part. So up well into the 1960s, America was 90% white. In the 1960s, America was 90% white. So you have from, but can you imagine that? Why do you think a country would have a president that's white if it was 90% white? Wow. A 90% white country with a white president. What could have gone on? What could have happened? Yes, of course they would have been white. As for between the 1960s and now, it's the white to non-white populations have shifted to the point where white people are barely a majority anymore and are not going to be a majority if we don't make a big change. But I think this explains a lot of what's ridiculous. People would always say, oh, when you look at the 1950s and the 1940s, these classical cinema movies, everyone was white. The country was 90% white. What do you expect? And America was the first white majority country to elect a non-white president. So you have a country that for most of its existence was 90% white and had mostly white people in its media and white presidents. Then it shifted radically. It became the first country to break from white majority countries having white leaders. So it broke a norm that was expected of it, and people are complaining. They're complaining about this. This is ridiculous. If there's any group that's not being given what it should be by Hollywood and these big companies, then it's white people. White people were 90%, so therefore we had white leaders, as makes sense. But now white people are underrepresented in the media, which doesn't make sense. It makes no sense whatsoever, but yet that's what it is. Not to mention how multiracial couples are drastically overrepresented in the media as well. Only a very small percentage of couples in America, but in the West overall, are multiracial. Almost all couples, both the man and the woman, are the same race. This is even true for non-straight couples, or couples, but almost all when I watch commercials, basically all the couples are multiracial. I've seen some sort of odd things. For example, I feel like there's a lot more uh, pairings of white man with black woman than there are black man with white woman. I don't know. But let's step away from advertising and go over diversity as a whole. Let's look at it more broadly. So, what do people mean when they say diversity? So, does this mean in the cases of fields where it's a female majority, like some social sciences and nursing and that sort of stuff, do they mean we need more men in it? No. In societies, or sorry, in uh, in jobs that are very heavily male majority, like bricklayers and factory workers, do they mean we need more women in there? No, because that would hurt white men is why they say that. Why they don't say that, rather. And so what do they really mean when they say diversity? When people say we've become more diverse, let's give a round of applause. What's actually going on here is we have less white men working in our company than ever. Let's give a round of applause. We have less white people in our company than ever. The smallest percentage of white people for our company since the company has been made. Let's give a round of applause. So when you hear someone say diversity, that's just code for less white people. That's code for, oh, when people say we've become more diverse, our company has become more diverse, our government has become more diverse. This is just code for we've furthered our aims to exterminate white people, essentially. We furthered our aims to get rid of the pests, the parasites, the rats, cockroaches that are white people. This is what they're saying when they say, "Yay, we've become more diverse," or "Yay, we've got more diversity in our government." That's what's really going on. I think I'm going to end the video as it is. Not a very long video, but I just had a quick thought that I wanted to share with you, and I'll have more content next week. Goodbye. God bless you.